Hi there. And so today we're going to talk about trust. We first started talking about trust when we started these videos a long time ago. And the example was about the sun. No one sits there and thinks about or worries about whether or not the sun is going to come up. You just automatically trust that every day that the sun will shine and that the sun will come up. Even if it's above the clouds that you can't see, you still know that in the new day that the sun is going to come up. This is life telling you to trust in it and to trust in everything. That the sun is always going to come up, it's always going to shine, even on the days that you can't see it. You know that it's there. And that is like your reminder to always keep in mind for the days when you think that you're lost, or for the moments when things just don't seem to be working out quite right for you, is to always trust in the fact of that sun. Go stand out in the sun and just bask in its glory and sit there and realize that sun there, that's life's reminder to you to trust in it. So it can seem that there is no rhyme or reason in our lives. Sometimes one of the hardest things to do is to put your trust into someone or in the hands of fate, which is why it is an important key to your success. It may seem like it's out of your control, but in fact, it's completely in your control. As we have discussed, all of the other keys tie together. Trusting in life and yourself is so important. First, in yourself as the captain who takes the ownership of your decisions, and then trusting in life to always guide you and to help you. It's always there to look after you, and sometimes we get frustrated and we lose focus on the guiding hands and we miss out on what we desire or what is being delivered. Everything happens for a reason, and sometimes it may seem like things are not going to work out, or we may lose sight of the path, like walking in the dark instead of the light. When things seem like they won't work out, just relax. Step back. It will all fall right in place. Trust can be hard to believe in, but once you learn this key, you will see it work every time and wonder how you never did before. Now, in the previous lessons, we talked about the ownership, and we talked about no excuses. We talked about the truth, and we also talked about freedom. And this is one of those key things here, is to trust in life. Life is always going to be there. It's always going to be able to guide you. The thing is it's all about your willingness. It's your willingness to allow these things to happen, to allow life to guide you, and to be able to go where life is directing you. Too many times, we like to live in an A to B world without ever realizing that there's more directions to go. And you have to keep in mind that life has a lot of things that it's trying to do. It's trying to do a lot of things for you. It's trying to do a lot of things for everybody else. And so some things are going to be meant for you and some are going to be meant for others. And this is where you really need to be of service. And what I mean by that is be of service of life. Don't be selfish and think that everything that's going to happen or that has to happen has to be for you. Because it's not. It never will be. But you trust in life, and life is always going to put you in the right place at the right time. The right people are going to show up, and the right things are going to happen. And you need to just believe in that. Once you trust in life and allow it to put you where it needs you to be, everything will be delivered to you. It always will. Our problem is that we get frustrated. We get angry, we get mad, and we lose sight of where it is that we want to go. We believe we know better. And that's because we aren't doing the one thing that we need to be doing, which is trust, that trust in life. Because once you do trust in life, it is always going to work out. And this is where you're going to see those opportunities. And we haven't talked a lot lately about opportunities. But when you trust in life, this is how those opportunities are presented to you. This is how they're going to be coming. Because when life knocks you off of your course, understand this one simple fact. And this is so important here. When life knocks you off of your path, know that it did that for a reason. It's knocking you back onto the path that you need to be on, not the one you believe you need to be on. And so when it does that, understand that what you are after and what's going to be delivered is right around the corner. And as long as you aren't mad and as long as you are open, you will see it as it's coming and you will be able to grab it. And you'll sit there and think back about all the times where you have missed out on opportunities, where you look back and say, I should have, and you didn't. And it all comes down to trusting. It comes down to trusting in life and allowing it to place you in the path for you. One of the biggest things that I had to overcome was every time life had knocked me off my path, I fought like hell to get right back on that path, to go from that A to B, never realizing that there was a C or a D or maybe even an E out there somewhere, and so I would get angry over that because I would be like, well, how dare this? I'm trying to get this done and I'm trying to go from here to there. And, something's always in my way. Something's always stopping me. And the thing was, that took me forever to understand. It wasn't that things were stopping me. I was stopping myself. I was looking on the outside trying to blame everybody else and everything else that was going on as to the reasons why things weren't happening the way I wanted them to happen. And so I was in my own way. And I finally got to a point to where I finally just tossed up my hands and I said, I'm tired of this. I need to change. And maybe this is you too. Maybe this is what you can do. Toss up your hands and just say, I need to change. And from now on, I'm not going to worry about things. I'm going to have a plan and I'm going to go about that plan. And whatever life's plan is for me, I'm just going to roll with it. I came up with a phrase that I repeat to everyone and that I say to myself all the time. I'm like the water. I just keep on flowing. I don't let things dam me up. I don't let things stop me. The water, it flows in between the branches. It flows over the rocks. It does not matter. It doesn't stop. It just keeps moving forward. And that's what you need to be. You need to start trusting in life and trusting that life has these things lined up for you, and it's got to get you in that right spot for you to be able to see those things and to be able to take advantage of those things, to be able to have those things, your desires, your wishes. And so you need to start trusting in that fact. Trust in life. It is so important, and it took me forever to actually be able to understand this because I was always too bullheaded, is probably the best way to say it. And anyone who knows me, they'll all be nodding in agreement like, oh, man, I'm still a bit bullheaded, but just, a little bit better. Because I understand now how life is actually working. It has a lot of different components that it's trying to get all in place. And once you can actually see this happen and you can step back and start trusting in life, you will see how all of this stuff weaves together. It always has been. I can look back now that I realize all of this, and I can see how life was weaving those things together. And I can see me right there in that memory stopping me from ever achieving any kind of success. And so that's really what I want to talk about today, was just the fact that you need to start trusting in life and stop fighting against it if you are. And just always understand, anytime you are knocked off of whatever it is that your plan is, that just means something better is right there. And once you start focusing on it, you're going to see it coming. And you're just going to sit there and shake your head and laugh at how simple all of this stuff really is. Trusting in life is like opening a circuit to the universal abundance. Trusting washes away doubt and allows you to stay aligned with how life works. Life has a whole other plan, and it has success for you, but only if you are understanding how it works and able to see it. and to be able to grab it as it's coming. There's always a reason for why things happen the way they happen. Now, I know you can sit there and say, well, there's all these tragedies in the world and stuff like that. Well, you're trying to get off track by saying that because you're not really looking at the bigger picture as to all of the different things that are going on and in what it is that it's doing. But there is always a reason. Just trust in that fact. So one of the things that I would like you to do for this next week is I would like you to just start saying to yourself, I trust in life. I trust that life will deliver for me and that life is going to put me where it wants me to be. Toss your hands up and just let it. Whatever your plans are and whatever changes that end up happening, just let them. And then start watching. Watch for those things that are going to start coming to you. And then hopefully these things you'll be able to grab them. Because the first time you ever grab something from trusting in life and seeing how this works, you're going to be shaking your head. As with all of these, you're just not going to believe it is just that simple. Just to allow this stuff to just play out the way it's going to play out. To allow life to deliver these things to you because you think that you know better. Let me tell you, you don't know better than life. You are part of life. You are no different. And so you need to be able to trust in this fact. And so when it knocks you off course, be thankful. Don't get mad. Be waiting. And be alert because that's where those opportunities are going to be coming. So I hope you play around with this for the week. And I hope that you see some results. We're going to be talking, of course, as always, more about all of this stuff. So until next time, just take care.